Hey folks, I'm Paul, this is Barbecue Land, and today I'm going to show you one of my favourites, a really simple jerk chicken cooked on the Kamado Joe Classic 2. We're going to be setting up our Kamado Joe for cooking at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is roughly 175 degrees Celsius. I'm going to show you how we prepare our chicken. We're going to be using the spatchcock method today, where we cut the spine out of the chicken and open it up. That's going to give us a fantastic smoke right across the chicken and give it a fantastic colour. We're going to be cooking the chicken to 165 degrees Fahrenheit in the breast and 175 degrees Fahrenheit in the thigh, and this should take us anywhere between 45 and 55 minutes depending on the size of your chicken. To prepare our chicken, it's nice and easy. The method we're going to follow today is called spatchcocking, and the idea is we're going to take the spine out of the back of the chicken, we're going to open it up and flatten it down, and we're going to place that onto the grill grate. There's multiple ways that you can cook a chicken. We can use a rotisserie, the results are fantastic. We could just cook it whole, we could just throw it onto the grill. But this way, spatchcocking gives you two main benefits. One, the chicken will cook a lot faster because you're getting more of an even distribution of heat. And also because you have that even distribution across the chicken, that's going to allow the smoke to traverse over the chicken and give you a better flavour. This is quite possibly the easiest chicken recipe that we'll show you on Barbecue Land because it involves 3 ingredients. A whole chicken, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and some jerk chicken rub, and today I'm using Exodus from Angus & Oink, and it's absolutely amazing. The Exodus rub is one of my favourites. If there was such a thing as a top 5 of all the seasonings that I've used over the years, this will jump straight in there. I think it's brilliant, I love the flavours. It does give out a little bit of heat, so a little bit of a warning, so too much of this, I know that my wife doesn't like it. If I'm cooking for myself, I'm putting loads of this on. Today I'm cooking for the both of us, so we're going to be a little bit cautious and not go too heavy on the seasoning. I'm going to start by spatchcocking the chicken. So pull out the legs here, turn it over, take a sharp knife, or you can use a pair of kitchen scissors. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut the backbone out of the chicken. So that's it cut down one side. What we're now going to do is we're just going to cut the other side of the chicken. And then cut straight out. There's a little bone in here, in the breastbone. So what we can do is take our knife, just give it a little flip. Now we can flip our chicken over. Taking our hands, press down. And now you can see that our chicken's completely opened up. What I'm going to do now is just trim off any little bits that I don't want. I always find at the top there's this fluffy bit. I just like to take my knife, just cut that bit off. That helps the rub penetrate this top part of the breast here. Once you've cleaned up the inside of your chicken, what we're going to do, just give it a quick flip to start. We're going to take that sharp knife and we're going to cut some incisions. This is a great technique which I saw from the guys at Kamado Joe, the Fire Squad, where they cut into the meat. And what that's allowing us to do is to get more flavour inside. Otherwise, our flavour is literally just going to go straight on top of the skin. Give it a flip. And what we're going to do now is we're going to apply our olive oil and we're going to apply our rub. So to be safe, what we're going to do is we're going to use our right hand to hold the bowl of oil and the seasoning, and we're going to use our left hand for touching the oil and touching the chicken. This way we don't get any contamination onto a rub bottle, and it's nice and safe for the next time we use it. So let's take some of that oil. Just rub it in lightly. And then take our rub, and we're going to lightly season the inside. Give it a flip. So you don't actually need to apply the olive oil because there's enough moisture on the surface of the chicken to apply the rub. However, it's a great technique to get some fantastic colour onto the chicken. Just adding this little bit of fat will allow it to brown up, and it will make the results look amazing. Take our rub and rub the outside. Making sure we get to those parts we slashed. I love the smell of this. It smells fantastic. It smells exactly how it tastes. That's one of the things I love about this rub. Okay, you can see, make sure we get the inside of those wings. You know that's going to be the snack for later. You can see we haven't gone too heavy on the seasoning. Chicken's looking fantastic already. So what we'll do now is we'll leave this on the side at room temperature, and then we'll get the grill prepared. So inside our grill, you can see we've set up some Kamado Joe Big Block. This is fantastic. It's a really good quality lump with charcoal, and it gives a lovely flavour onto the food as well. So what you can see is I've pushed this towards the back, so we can see it expose some of these holes. The door's fully open, and what it's going to do, that's going to allow the air to draw through into the firebox. We're now going to take a fantastic invention called the Loaf Lighter. I've had it for years. They're available at Barbecue Land. They're fantastic. You can see that this one's well used, and we're going to use this to get the fire started. So we're simply going to take the lighter, press it onto the big block, and hold down the button. And we're going to keep this here for around about a minute to 45 seconds. You can see we're inside a wooden structure. We have something similar, so just be careful because the embers can fly out. So my technique is, once we get more of an established fire, is I actually aim vertically down. Maybe I'm making this up. This seems to keep the embers inside the firebox rather than them spitting outside the grill. We haven't seen any came out at this point. Now we've got a nice established fire. We can stop the loop lighter. After 10 minutes, we'll get the dome down, and we'll open the vents fully open and wait for our temperature to come up to 350 degrees, which is at 175 degrees Celsius. So you can see we come up to about 315 degrees. So what we're going to do now is we're going to close the control tower, set the vent to A. This seems to be my lucky position. I always start here. We're then going to close the door. Typically you'd set that about a finger width. If you're in an enclosed space like we are now, I will then set that to a 2 finger width of the door. And what we're looking to do now is just make sure that we can keep this temperature established right where we want it, around about here. Put your grill grates in. I'm not going to be using the deflectors today, because I want to get that smoky flavour all the way around. So I'm just going to put the grill grates in the top position. So we've put our chicken on the grill. You can see that it's breast side up. We're going to be cooking it this way for 15 minutes. We're going to give it a turn for a further 15 minutes, and then we're going to give it a flip, and then we're going to pull it off when the breast has hit 165 degrees Fahrenheit or the thighs have hit 175 degrees Fahrenheit. It's been 15 minutes. My grill's running a little bit lower than where I wanted it. You can see I've now moved the control tower to just by the J there, so hopefully we'll start seeing the grill bump up. So what we'll do is just give it a quick turn. You're going to get that lid down as fast as you can, otherwise you're going to get a bit of a flare up. So now the lid's down, what we're going to do is we'll wait 15 minutes and then we'll give it a flip. So it's been 45 minutes, just give it a flip back over so they don't get too much of a colour on there. So at 165 in the breast. $190 in the thighs. So nice and safe, ready to take off. We've taken the chicken off the grill, we've placed it into a pan, we're going to take it inside and give it a rest for 10 minutes. And then we're done. So there we have it. Nice and simple jerk chicken cooked on the Kamado Joe Classic 2. Thanks for watching our video. It's one of my favourite recipes. It's so simple and I hope you liked it. Be sure to go and check out the rest of our content from Chefs Jack and Dan on the channel. If you'd like to see more information about the Kamado Joe Classic 2, head over to barbecueland.co.uk. Cheers.